Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much for that, Henny. Welcome in, everybody. This has been... I'm trying my best not to, like, cough in the mic. I have had just a constant sore throat. Like, it like, comes and goes. Where one day we'll have, like, the AC on for too long. It dries everything out. And then, oh man, that's going to be annoying. I'll try my best to mute it when it happens so I don't annoy anybody that is listening in. Anyways, welcome in. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. For those that haven't already, I mean, come join the Discord. We're popping off. Lots of D&D happening. And a potential increase in the amount of DMs for Iadros. We are increasing by 100%, possibly. We'll see. I'm doing well. Aside from the sore throat, like it's like a tickle. I feel like I have a frog in my throat. I think that's an apt description there. Always feels like there's something right there. But it's a little bit of a tickle. Yeah, come join. Come play D&D with us. We are in the thick of it. We just got to level 6. They completed a huge moment. So come make a level 6 character. Come play some games. We run a game usually every, or at least 3 times monthly for us. Well, twice weekly. 3 times a month. One of those things. I don't know. There's a lot of games, okay? Minimum 6 games of D&D, right? Come play. Come join us. Come do all those things. We are getting into Convergence again. I know the last few weeks we were on the one shot. I'm sad. My episode 48 got corrupted and I lost that, so we do not have episode 48. I am very sad. So I might do like a recap from memory, and I don't know, do like a narration of everything, just to keep it in mind. But yeah, that will not be on YouTube, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to get into today, aside from just playing some games. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna bug them. Let's see.
I'm trying to think.
I'd be offended if I was you.
I'm trying to think of something good I did.
Okay, then be offended. I don't care.
Something good you did. Do indeed.
I gave Kalen a fucking half a sandwich with a bite taken out.
Yeah, there we go. See?
That's true.
Fair.
Wow, ego dropping again.
Are you talking about like all the good deeds you've done as Nuke?
Yeah, the list is a long list of.
Pretty short, yeah.
of stealing a sandwich from poor people to feed to Kalen.
Oh.
Well, I also ate half it, right? So
Yeah.
2 people, you know?
Yeah.
If I left it where it was, only one person would have got fed. So I feel like Jesus, you know, like fucking multiplying fish and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that could yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, if Kalen can be a god, why can't Nuke be Jesus?
That's not a bad reasoning. And we might have to explore that in the future. We'll see.
Put on that thread.
Yeah. Hello. I hope everybody is well today. Are we ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Hell yeah.
As ready as I'm gonna be.
It feels like it's been a long time coming.
It has.
We're
I
back.
think that's because it has been.
We need like an hour-long recap, so if you could get that going here soon.
To be fair, we didn't. It's not like we missed D&D, right? Like we're still playing D&D. We played last week, but just not Convergence. All right, so with that, I mean, let's get into it, shall we? I will take that as a resounding yes. Let's get into
Oh yeah. Yay.
it. I take silence as a confirmation every time. There was
Stealthy
tension.
consent.
I mean, very. Yeah. Well, that's a conversation for another time. There was tension in the group. Alpha, seeing the change in Kalen's behavior during the night's events, felt a wedge driven between them that he couldn't process. The night brought tremors and restless sleep to Thamir, who found themselves in a strange dream, alien yet familiar. As memories from the past flashed through their mind, by the end of it, they saw the threads that bound their allies to one another, yet theirs were tragically missing. This was Thamir's fate, to drift alone, disconnected from everyone and everything. Alpha struggled with the night's events, seeing Kalen embrace power in such a way. He lost some of his whimsy with the world that night, confronted with the grim reality that he was the only reason Vic was alive now. That connection prevented Alpha from moving on and embracing who he could become. Nuke felt the tension and, in typical fashion, defensively ignored it. He knew this would never alter their trajectory. He tried not to take sides. He found solace in his book as Alpha and Thamir decided to head back to the village alone. He reviewed the tome left by his father, the only thing that bound him to his past. Growing restless, he started to look through the hand-drawn star charts pinned along the walls of the observatory. Belchris had a habit of drawing hundreds of them, claiming they were messages from the gods. The burden Kalen bore was his and his alone. He secluded himself as they decided to head back to the village, leaving Newt to his own devices. They were told that at the center of the jungle, in a facility built in the side of the Uzit mountain, Kalen would discover the next leg of his journey. So he prepared in secret. This was the first time that the group had separated in such a way, choosing to split the party. We'll go ahead and begin today's session in the center of town as Thamir and Poe walk somberly together to go meet up with Medea. Your night had been a long one, and even so, the hours walking back to the town was quiet. It seemed as though the jungle didn't have its grips around you. That pressure seems to have been lifted. And whatever that may be, still, that night weighed on you. You're still feeling the migraine from the day. Go ahead and give me an insight check, Thamir.
Oh, Lord.
This whole time, walking slowly through the center of the village, heading down the main thoroughfare, you notice that Poe isn't speaking, or at least he's not looking in your direction. It takes him but a moment, but eventually his voice chimes through. You have a look in your eye, so you've seen it.
In something. Not sure what I saw, but it has. Yes, I saw something. What you guys been talking about? Maybe that's it, but if you know about it, what did I see?
You may have heard the term, the etheric flow. It is what everything returns to. When that time comes, our fragments eventually meld into this ethereal plane to re-emerge into something new. Could you feel the threads? Do you see the past, present?
Not sure why I saw the future, the present, or the past, but I saw connections. Some weak, some strong. I'm just wondering if I can do something about it, or if it's just a warning.
Our lives have been relegated to but fragments of what we once were. For some reason or another, you have been chosen by what remains of surreal in this world. Someone that lost their way, separate from everything. My ancestors had their ability to reach into these threads, to help usher those lost, so they can be born anew. Your connection.
Yep.
Go ahead.
What about those with no connection?
Like us. We forever are relegated to drifting aloft, never to re-emerge once our time is done. But I believe that the plan for you there might be some means of you reconnecting, being able to find those threads, reattaching them. Yours are lost. And I'm sorry that we weren't able to tell you this before. But you see, in a sense, you see, I may be the village elder, but the seer's prophecies, they're absolute. Sure, they ebb and flow, changing. Your prophecy was seen, and we were told not to interfere.
Or changed?
The prophecy has already played out. Your connection with this group. You saw it. You felt the etheric flow from them.
So, tell me how to fix it.
It's not that simple. You'll have to find your way back to that place.
What about the others that are weaker link?
And you
Can I fix
turn as you walk towards the tent. Sure, there are chances. But that would be for you to discover. Finding your way back. You'll need to focus. Your being. You'll have to be able to tear yourself apart. To see into a realm that no one senses. He moves the flap of the tent, revealing the inside as Medea now resting on a table. You can see several machines in the room. Devices that at first you never expected them to see. Now, the fact that you were in the room with the architect, knowing that they were not just simple village people, a tribe, separate from time. This is what you wanted, correct?
Yes. And some answers, but I guess that's never that easy to get here. Yes, this is, well, a part of what I want.
One thing at a time.
They say that, but do they ever mean it?
Well,
One thing at a time. Why not do more than that?
so what is it else that you want to accomplish?
I don't know. Freedom for first, answer for second. And some help, maybe. But I guess, for now, let's take this thing first and see where this takes us. As Tamir just heads inside a tent.
Mm-hmm. He enters in along with you. I may be able to help in this moment. There's only so much I can do.
Appreciate it.
You stare down at the... It looks like a lifeless corpse, though you can see the faint rise and fall of the chest. The armor that she was wearing now stripped away. Simple cloths, robes. No one's in the chamber, aside from both of you. Medea on the table. An outstretched arm clasps onto your shoulder. What is it that you want to do?
Well, seeing how her connection was fried and the others seem really okay, I guess see if we can stabilize it. Somehow.
Then focus on returning to that place.
Yes. If that means I'm gonna go another night without proper sleep, sure.
As your eyes drift closed, You try to recall that place in your dreams. Give me a wisdom saving throw. You feel another presence in your mind. It's strong, but familiar. You take 3 points of psychic damage as your mind finds another. Everything around you, you start to lose the feeling from your fingertips, down your arms. You're not sure if you've already fallen on the ground, but you no longer feel your feet. You feel your being torn apart, losing yourself in the constant wave of the etheric flow. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Like a sail catching the wind, you feel yourself catch. You follow the waves through. Still, that presence, Poe, by your side. You start to search. Give me a perception check. As you move from darkness to this changing, shifting, opalescent light that you surf along. You notice that there are strands, threads, some familiar, but all of them together, all at once. You start to feel and expand. Being shunted there the night before versus being led there is a different feeling. You notice that there is not just one energy, but many. It's like waves crashing. The flow is in turmoil, and it's difficult to traverse. You realize that even in the short amount of time that you've spent you've found those threads being close to them. But among the noise, it's difficult. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Eventually, you pull from one to another, the energy taking you away, realizing that this place isn't guided by reality. This place exists separate from everything, yet it contains everything. Everything that was, everything that will be. But you slowly merge, wading through all of the energy. You see hundreds of memories not your own pass your mind. You watch people's lives play out in an instant, from birth to death and into nothing. You realize that those now being trapped in this place, there is a moment where you feel that these memories would fade and blend once again into the etheric flow, but they remain fragmented, forever stunted in this place. never being able to usher into the next realm. But you find it. You see, or at least you feel, the presence of Medea. You see that an early life, a small village, a father that would come and go as his work permitted, gone for months at a time to return only for weeks with gifts. It was a comfortable life, but still, the lack of connection with her father, still a strain on their relationship. You wade through the memories that make up Medea Everly. You chase her through and you see a moment, a memory that long forgotten. You're sitting there in a chamber, wires attached to your body, an IV in each arm, holding various liquids from tubes that blend into one, a device upon her head, another device strapped to her chest. But the memory grows distant. Go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw. In that moment, you experience a sense of connection that you haven't felt in a long time. Like the presence of Poe, you get pulled back into that chamber, now laying down on this strange stretcher, this medical room. Devices that you're not sure what they mean. But you find yourself in the shoes of Medea. But you notice that there is someone else, something else with you. A presence that always seems to be watching over you. You flash forward and that presence stays in the background quietly. Until one day that you find yourself within a chamber, a ruin somewhere in the forest. You look down at your hands and you find a tome and a pendant. A strange reliquary lost to time. But a voice comes to your mind wordlessly, but a voice nonetheless. You pull away from that memory and seeing this thread severed in that moment, you realize that voice within Medea had been Canaan the whole time. However, it's unreachable. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Just as you find that moment, the thread connecting Medea to this world, the threads that span to other allies, and the voice that's been with her since the beginning. You take 7 points of psychic damage as you are shunted back into reality, your mind racked with pain. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You feel a wave of lethargy wash over you as you shrug it off, Poe holding on to your shoulder still. You're no longer standing, but on your knees by the bedside table where Medea still rests. He squeezes your shoulder. You're not quite there yet.
How to go again? I was so close.
Okay. Give yourself a moment. Relax. We'll have all day to try. And in that moment,
Sure.
you catch your breath. You don't realize until moments after that you're shaking. Your knees feel weak, your arms heavy. We'll go ahead and turn our attention to Nuke and Kaylin. Nuke, you're nervously watching as Kaylin soars from above, trying to lead you in a direction, heading towards the center. God damn it, I knew as soon as I said it, I was like, somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna have
Couldn't say it.
It was so hard not to.
I couldn't actually say it and ruin everything. But goddamn.
That's why we had a chat.
music ruined everything. But
Mom spaghetti.
Kaylin, give me a perception check. You soar just slightly above the jungle, heading north towards the mountains that you can see in the distance. Knowing your destination, it's quiet. There is nothing around, no wildlife cawing, no rumbles from the distance aside from the thunderous clouds that surround the island. A faint breeze rolls through. Nuke, you keep an eye as Kaylin soars just slightly ahead of you, on the ground, but nothing impedes you. Not like the day before. It seems as though... Give me an insight check. Or actually, just give me a straight intelligence check.
Oh, 4. Natural 1.
You are focused on other things at this point. Your mind since last night. What would be going through it since then?
Yeah, I mean, prior to right now, it was quite puzzling, that conversation with Valkyrie.
Belchris.
Valkyrie.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We've used 4 different names now so far.
Yeah. Just wait till the next one. Belchris, yeah. I mean, that was bizarre. That was quite puzzling to Nuke. He recognized that symbol on the wall immediately because it was something that he spotted in his book that he didn't quite understand either. But Belchris wasn't really much help, I guess, beyond just the surface level. But I mean, also competing with what's going on in Nuke's mind is obviously what happened, but particularly the conversation between Alpha and Kate. It was just so tense and awkward. But then the party split, and now we're heading off into this like lethal place with just two of us. Nuke is shitting a brick. I mean, I don't think he's even considered what's happened or what was discussed with Belchris since we're walking along here. We saw what happened yesterday. So he's just tense. He's on high alert. Keeps watching to make sure that Kaelin hasn't flown too far away, like out of sight. But he's just one foot in front of the other.
Okay. Hours go by and still not a creature in sight. You follow along the river, heading closer and closer, the mountain now taking up the majority of your view in front. The jungle itself clearing as you move forward, still one foot in front of the other. Kaelin, in this moment, what is going through your mind?
I guess, like, there's a lot that's been leading up to this. Even if, not long ago he wasn't even aware that it was. And I think just the weight of what could happen is really difficult. So I think he would be struggling to keep that in check, like to stay focused on the task at hand rather than be sort of paralyzed almost by the fear of potential failure.
You have your task, and still you find yourself sidetracked. But you hold on. And hours go by as you skirt the coast, all the way up through the riverside. Eventually, give me an Arcana check. It feels as though the jungle wants you to move forward. There is a presence here, like something is watching you. Someone has their eyes on you. But eventually you watch as the jungle clears close to the base of the mountain that you suppose is the Uzit Mountain. You dip down, and from there, both of you give me a perception checks. . You look from this clearing in the jungle, now seeing that there is a concrete pad carved out from this jungle. Looking towards the base of the mountain, you notice that a part of it is hewn smooth, flat. As you notice a 20-foot vault door, round from the exterior of the mountain. Steel, heavy bolts as you approach. Kaylin, give me a wisdom saving throw. There is a flash in your mind as you no longer are alone. You notice another presence in your mind as you walk forward. You still control everything. Your body still moves on your own accord. But someone else is there, along with you. But you both stand in front of this giant vault door. Off to the left side, a single steel door, also carved into the stone wall of the mountain.
Do I recognize this place?
Give me a history check with disadvantage. And you try to search your memory, but nothing comes.
Can I try and figure out what the presence is?
Give me an insight check. It's not coming to you in its current moment, but you can't help but to feel someone's there. It might just be in your head. You're not sure.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Okay.
So? Of course.
So, is this what we're looking for?
I don't recognize it, but it must be.
How do we get in? I kick the door.
The vault door or the smaller door to the left?
Smaller door.
Yeah, you kick it. Give me a strength check.
Disadvantage.
I respect it. Well, you know, if you weren't just good at everything.
Still
my
squats,
house.
man.
You notice that the hinge in the stone still worn out. The steel itself kind of rusted as you hear the doorknob break off as it tings down to the ground, slamming into the concrete. It opens to a small chamber. Only light that shines in through the door that you opened. The back is about less than 10 feet It's about an 8-foot by 8-foot room. A panel on one side, a single broken chair that rests right by the desk. You can see a very faint glow of a monitor sitting on the table.
I'm gonna, like, without even moving my head, really, I'm just gonna, like, glance at Kale and, like, I can't believe that worked. But then I'm waiting. I don't want to be the first person to go in there, so I'm like looking in and then looking at Kalen.
Yeah, Kalen will definitely go in first. You said there's only the monitor, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. On the desk, there is a keyboard.
Okay, I guess I would approach.
Okay. You take a step forward. There's a tint of green on the screen. The only thing you can see is like a single line at the top, like a command prompt. The word password, and a green box flashes on the screen.
Do I know what this is supposed to be?
Give me an intelligence check. There are no other indicators in this room. There's no other devices aside from the monitor on the steel desk, keyboard. Nothing else on the screen aside from the word password. It's hard to tell.
All right, is there a place I can plug in my tablet?
You look on the side of the monitor. Yes, there is a plug.
Seeing
Alright,
him
let's-
plugging it in, I'm gonna come over beside him. I'm curious what he's doing. I want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, let's plug in. Try and,
Okay.
Angelina Jolie this.
Okay. As you plug in your device, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. A little more information pops up on the screen of your tablet as you plug in. You notice that there are security prompts and 2 vault door access. You see that there is 2 flashing red, indicating that the doors are closed.
Can I open sesame?
You push the first door, and it doesn't seem like the security has been high in this area. From outside, you can hear the sounds of a crank, a heavy crank, as this big door starts to swing open. You can hear it creaking and echoing through the jungle beyond.
I guess door number 2 then as well.
As you push the button, it flashes red. A single line, manual override required.
Does it say what I need for a manual override?
It doesn't. Just a simple manual override required and an error code.
So user unfriendly.
Definitely didn't think too far into the UI.
So first off, Kalen will like write down the error code just so he has a reference if that ever becomes useful. Not going to be a dick and ask what the code is.
What's the code?
Fuck you. 113-49ZRQT.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
This will be on the test. There's only one. The code vanishes off the screen, and it no longer flashes.
Good job, Nuke. Now you have to remember that.
Oh, shit. 113. Exclamation mark.
You know this was coded by Americans because it was Z instead of Z.
Hey, other countries use Z as well.
Yeah, dumb ones.
Well, eventually you hear the door come to a halt outside. You can feel it rumbling the mountain. The ground vibrates as it comes to a halt.
I guess we should see if we can see anything inside the first door.
Right. I walk over gingerly and like peek around the corner.
Yep. You peek out of the door that you kicked in previously, seeing the giant 20-foot by 20-foot round vault door. It's open. You
Can we
peek
see in there?
You look along the left side, there is like a conduit run, and every 40 or so feet, there is a faint, like amber light, some of which are burnt out, as most of them are just flickering with the minimal energy that has running through the system. The tunnel itself is about the same size as the vault door, so these lights barely give you any indicator of it. However, it gives you a bit of light. You notice that about 30 or so feet before the ground starts to slope, the stone or the hewn ground completely just carved through as it just slopes and starts to descend.
Sorry, can you quickly remind me? So this second door that Kalen had access to that didn't activate, was that visible to us, or was that?
No,
Okay, right, gotcha.
it was not visible.
Sweet. So I guess we're going in here.
I suppose so.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous. This is like impossibly, potentially dumb. Splitting the group up. I mean, I'm not saying I won't go in, but
Well, Nuke, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to wait out here.
on my own in this fucking jungle. You're having a laugh. It's fine. It's going. What's the worst that can happen? Die. Yeah. I've had a good run.
All right then. Let's.
I take a deep breath. Try to shake off the fear, and I proceed in.
Kalen will actually go first.
Okay.
Nuke will let him.
With a sharp inhale, and just as sharp exhale, you pass through the threshold of the chamber. Walking through, seeing that dimly lit tunnel that starts to slowly slope down about 30 feet out. 1 foot in front of the other as you descend into the belly of the mountain. Like stairs in a high-rise building, the slope evens out the far end, rounding and then angling back down, spiraling lower and lower as you make your way through. You're not sure how far down you've gone, but you hear no sounds, the wind whistling through the front vault door. There are paths that are completely blacked out, you relying on your dark vision to guide you through. There's nothing here. A heavy layer of dust on the ground kicks up, but it's slow as the air starts to stagnate the deeper you go. It becomes heavy, hard to breathe. Eventually, descending for about 10 minutes or so, the platform levels out, and you can see a very bright orange light spinning at the top of the second vault door. You notice on either side huge levers in the ground. There is a track along the center leading up to the vault door.
Sorry, so you said there's a gear? Or there's gears?
There's a track, like where somebody will put like one of those automated sleds on, and there are levers on either side of the door. No visible gears.
Well, I guess I'll get started. Then I'll go up to the gears. Or fucking you know, the gears that are totally there that I just asked you about. You confirmed they were there, and I'm not delusional.
The levers?
Lever.
Yep.
Right?
Pull the lever, yes.
Yes.
All right.
Please don't be the wrong lever, Kronk. Please don't be the wrong lever.
Do you go to the left or the right one first?
Do they have markings on them? Can I investigate?
Give me an investigation check. It seems that whatever markings or paintings they would have on them have all but faded by time, even though this place hasn't been traversed. Nothing remains.
Left.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Artificer here, ready to show y'all how it's done.
You know, you did pretty good.
Mm.
You can hear the sound of a siren and buzzing, the light now spinning fast. The room is now echoing with this alarm. You can hear the sounds of machines within the walls. You can hear and feel the vibrations in the ground. The door still remains closed.
And can I reset that lever?
Mhm. You flip it back. The sirens stop. And the vibrations cease.
I guess process of elimination. Try the other one.
Give me a strength check. This one, you try. And you push, and still you just hear it creaking as you try to get this lever free. But it doesn't move.
Here, let me help.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another strength check with advantage, one of you.
What's your strength?
I mean, I'm like 1,
His stats are like real good across the board.
except for strength.
Okay, well,
I have a +2.
Yeah, +1.
So I'll
It's little old me.
giving the weaklings strength checks. Ah, yes.
Shit.
Ah.
worse than on my own. Jesus. Are you even
Fuck,
pushing?
It seems as though Nuke is impeding slightly. You thought he was pushing, but in reality, he's pulling from the opposite direction.
Fuck me. This is. Oh, hold on. I take off my bag. Like, really excitedly rummaging through it. Someone's here somewhere. Fucking so much shit in here. Ooh, lollipops. Oh, here it is. And I hold up a lubricant to Kaelin. Maybe this would work. Lube it up a bit.
All right, sure.
You know, the fact that that lubricant came in handy is just so worth it. Yeah, just
Where did you get it from?
the store.
Yeah, remember when I got the
Store on fucking
laxatives and all?
Tenebris. Yeah.
Okay, I
The
thought
underwear.
so. Yeah.
No, it wasn't on Tenebris. It was in.
Wasn't it?
Pernios.
No. Yeah, Pernios.
Mhm.
Down the shop that we went
Yeah.
into. Remember in the aisle where you guys thought Nuke was robbing shit?
It was like
Oh,
trying
wait,
on, yeah.
What's his face?
Yeah.
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 You made the shopkeep believe that your friend was a thief and just like stealing shit, and he was just like checking underwear.
Women's underwear.
Yeah.
They're softer.
Okay, so go ahead and give me one more strength check. That will be with advantage since both of you are doing it, and also the lubrication should have brought the thing down. Yeah, and with that, and again now, sirens start to whir. You can hear the machine down in the ground vibrating.
Is anything happening?
Mm-mm. Door's not opening.
God damn it! We had to do both. All right, well, I'll push the other lever again.
And you've already kicked off the rust on it, and The sirens continue. As it blares at you, you can hear that the machinery in the vault door itself now starting to unwind. You can hear it unravel. Eventually, the hinge lifts up and the door starts to swing open with a loud creak. It booms through the chamber, hurting your ears. But the room beyond is pitch black. However, you notice that along the ground, a strange, almost elastic, like a thick rubber, is tightly woven across the ground. The walls are covered in these strange tendrils, similar to those of the Toxlamos. The white fibrous material hangs from the ceiling, clinging to the rough-hewn stone. It's just a straight shot as the vault continues onward.
Is there anywhere on the floor that isn't covered in this
No.
plastic?
It is completely covered. The walls are covered. No, go ahead.
Is there an obvious purpose to it? Like, is it like belts connecting a machine?
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm supposed to be good at those.
It is grossly organic. As you look at it, there is this striation to it. Like a muscular structure of a forearm stretched across the ground.
Sorry, there's a door at the other side? Or
No. It actually goes on for the length of your dark vision, and then you lose, it goes beyond the threshold and it's just pure black. Seems like this tunnel goes on for a bit.
Okay, can I sort of gently tap or touch this organic substance?
Mm-hmm. With your hand or your foot?
What it is. I almost want to say I would poke it with something on the ground or nearby if there is anything.
In the room is fairly sparse. There's nothing. The chamber seems to be empty. So unless you have anything on your person that you can do this with.
Yeah, I've got a torch.
Okay.
I've got 10 of them. So I got a torch. I'm not gonna light it. But...
Excellent. You cautiously poke at the floor. And it's surprisingly springy. There is a bit of give to it. But it's taut. It's not slimy or slick. Sticky, nothing.
And it doesn't seem to react.
No.
Okay. Doesn't seem to react when we touch it.
It's pretty
Maybe
good.
we keep going.
How tall is the ceiling in here?
It goes up 20 feet. It's 20 feet wide. 20 foot by 20 foot, and then the length of it is beyond your 60 foot of range, so you're not sure how the back of this chamber.
Gotcha.
Can I fly?
It's low enough to fly, yes.
You mean high?
Well, high enough.
Yeah, I'll just like hover.
Okay. And you fly. As Nuke, you walk in. The ground beneath your feet give in this strange, almost like rubberized jungle gym, like a playground. There's this like tension under your feet. It's unsettling. Kaylin, you fly in, hovering slowly, noticing that this room was fairly stagnant. The dust hanging in the air, suspended in those moments, up until the point where you start to flap your wings. Both of you give me perception checks.
Can only be a good thing.
You notice, Kaylin, as you hover just slightly closer to the ceiling than you do the floor, that the fibers that hang and push themselves against the hewn stone, they recoil. Nuke, you notice that the ground itself that you're walking on is receding, and you look back slightly. The speed that you are walking is not the speed in which you are moving away from the door. The ground seems to be pulling you closer.
Closer to the door we just entered.
Closer to the opposite side of the door that you entered.
Oh shit.
Further in. Like the conveyors in an airport. You're being pulled forward.
Kaylin. Pretty sure this is normal.
It is very strange. I don't know what to make of it.
Kaylin, give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Is there anything? I think like this would be pretty like unnerving. Is there like? I think Nuke would like be looking around and like contemplating like leaping onto something.
The walls are completely covered in those white tendrils.
Take my chances with the floor.
And then the floor is completely covered in those that striated, almost muscle. I was gonna say muscular, and then I got caught between the two. Muscles, but the muscle that's pulling you in. Eventually, you see at the back of the chamber a very faint glow from the stone around, the soft blue veins across the chamber. And those vines, these tendrils, start to coat the inside. There is a worn down railing at the very end. You notice that the floor stops and it opens into a grand cavern. You can see a single pyre in the center, coming to a very sharp point as you walk up. It's not that far. It's about 100 feet length of this actual chamber, and right at the edge where the railing is a cavern that once again you lose sight of the back. but a single spire at the center of it can be seen. Kaelin, the tendrils are still recoiling as you move forward. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yep. Okay. But you come to the back of the chamber. You don't feel the ground pulling you any further. The railing rusted out and broken in some pieces. The only thing that separates you from this giant cavern that seems to go and stretch downward forever. Losing sight of it. You are at the back of the tunnel.
What are we even looking for?
I can't say precisely. I'm not. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Hmm.
That tower seems to be what we're looking for, I think. I think Kayla would start to move towards.
Towards what? The spire? Gotcha. So you're going to fly over just the open cavern.
Yeah.
Okay. Nuke, you stand on the edge, right by the railing. As Kaelin flies over towards the spire. Kaelin, make another charisma saving throw. Okay. As you fly over, everything for you goes dark. There's a moment in your mind you might have forgotten for a brief moment. But the other voice, the other person in your head, speaks up. You're so close, my friend. You're almost there.
What do you want? What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for the same thing you are. I said it from the beginning. Though our means may be different, we share a common end. You've come a long way, Kaelin, in such a short amount of time.
You gave me to the hag.
I gave you to your destiny.
I understand. But I'm not like you. I want
But-
you to know that
Go ahead.
I forgive you.
You can feel him smiling. You know it's going to be either you or me on the throne.
I think you were wrong a moment ago when you said we want the same thing. Speak of a throne and control. I wish for people to be free of all of this.
And I guess we do differ in those ways. Quite frankly, I find you to be a bit more ambitious than I. And as he speaks his words, you notice that from the first time you feel what he feels, then you're certain that he feels what you feel. You realize that there is a sense of relief. He senses your way of compassion, the ability to push through, and your recently acquired ability to control these beings, to take the power back that is rightfully yours.
Datus, why not let go? Doesn't have to be this way. Doesn't have to be all about vengeance and hatred.
But it has everything to do with ending it. I don't like killing people. I never have. But to stop Basira, to purge his energy from the world, is the only way that those that get to live can know peace.
Life is not peaceful, Datus. Even without Basira, it could not be. Not forever. Why not take this power and change it from this hate into something more neutral, something that can fight for good? You could help me.
Good. And if my way does not work, I would gladly give my life to help you see it forward. But for that to happen, You'll need to join me.
I wish I could trust you.
Search my feelings. Search my emotion.
Can I see what he's...
Give me an insight check. Do that with advantage because, again, you are connected. This is a true, like a valid connection.
Okay.
He truly wants to see it end. And there is an understanding as to being able to possibly change the thought. You realize that in the beginning of his life, he had thought the same. That maybe he can just take over. But as time went on, the only thing he could see is the complete destruction of the power of Basira, purging it from the world. There was hope. There had been hope. But he had seen the destruction. He had experienced the death. The sacrifices had to be made. We're so close to the end.
I don't know why you lost your hope. But I haven't. I will try. I will ask of you one thing. It might not be fair to you. Set Vic free, no matter what. If I can't, then you must.
And in that moment, give me one more insight check with advantage. Unfortunately, in no way is that possible. When our time comes, so too does theirs. We will all become one once more. It is only a matter of time.
I hope you're wrong.
And I hope you're right. In the meantime, Nuke, you watch as Kalen soars out over by the spire, getting close. You watch his wings stop. As hundreds and thousands of the tendrils reach out, they start to wrap around his form just before he falls.
How close is he?
He extended about the center of that where you can see is about 30 feet away from you. Under him is complete cavern. It's just chasm.
I quickly cast Featherfall on him.
Okay.
I mean, quick thinking. There's not much I can do
Yeah.
physically.
You watch as he slowly descends. You watch as the tendrils are starting to reach down towards him as he slowly descends. As you watch.
Kaylin.
He falls 30, 40. Eventually, he falls out of your vision range as his body sinks down towards the spire.
Can I think a few sessions ago I got a potion
Mm-hmm.
in the village that would help with wisdom saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have taken that, like, as I'm flying out?
I will say I'll allow it. So going forward, your wisdom saving throws will be at advantage. But, Nuke, what are you doing?
Calling out to him and getting no response and seeing him descend into darkness. I mean, I would wait a couple of moments. I mean, super tense, but I would give it a few moments to see, just to see what would happen. I'm talking 6-7 seconds, maybe.
Yeah. Nothing happens. You hear nothing. You watch his body slowly descend.
Oh, fuck it. I jump in as well. Featherfall was 5 creatures, so myself and it. I jumped down just
Okay.
about where I saw him disappear.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm an it now. Is that how it is?
To say it. It's a tense moment, man.
You jump down. You fall. About 60 feet down, you notice that the walls are reaching out, tendrils outstretched. You don't catch up to Kaylin, but you can see something. The chasm opening, the spire widening at its base like a giant spike. A face. Horns. Or at least you think it's a face. You watch as half of a skull, skin still pulled onto the flesh, ashen horns wrapping around the extents of this chamber. The face is stories tall. Your body slowly descends past a half of skull. In its size, it is about 5 stories tall. An eye still in the socket, staring out. The flesh not rotting away, still taut. The horns curled on one side. Eventually, your feet hit the ground. But Kaylin is nowhere to be seen.
frantically start looking.
Running through, trying to find Kaylin. Give me a perception check. At the corner of your eye, you turn and you look and you swear that you saw something moving in the shadows. You rush towards it instinctually. But nothing's there. Still, you turn and you rush towards darkness, not finding the walls. Give me another perception check. As you turn, for a split second, you almost lose sight of the spire, but you find your way back to the center of the room. However, from the slack jaw and the giant half face, the skull that is embedded in this spire, this stone that stands at the center of this chasm, you watch as tendrils start to reach down towards the ground, now black, inky, as it hits the ground with a slick thud. It manifests entirely as these tendrils start to lash out at you. I need you to roll initiative, please.
Oh shit! Fucking, I blame Tamir.
Actually, here, before you do that, let me go ahead and go over here real quick.
What do you mean to me for?
I don't.
What did they do?
For the sake of this, we'll go ahead and I will bring you both over here. Actually, I'll bring everybody over here. This is not what you are dealing with. I would like all three of you to roll initiative, please. Well, I'm one of the initiatives, so me too.
Oh my god.
Ah, yes. Excellent. Those are some good rolls. Okay, so let me go ahead and place everyone in position. With that, it rushes down across the ground, rushing forward. That's going to be its turn. Nuke, you're up. You can see this creature clawing its way down, just clamoring towards you with the tendrils reaching out, pulling it along the hewn stone ground, rough and jagged under your feet. What are you doing?
Shit. I'm gonna. Where's it gone? I'm gonna cast Jim's magic missile on it.
Okay.
And there we go.
Okay.
Massive damage.
Huge. Okay. All right.
I'm also going to move about 10 feet back. 15, say.
Got it. With that, is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Kaylin, you don't see any of this happen. You are still in your mind. You don't know anything that is happening around you. I put you in initiative for these moments. So, are you going to join me? Together we can make the world different. We can save it all, Kaylin.
we can do more. More than sacrifice everyone that you think must be sacrificed.
The point of sacrifice is coming to an end. I have everything that I need to move forward. But still, doubt lingers in my mind, knowing that if I fail in my endeavor, there is no one to pick up the slack. I'm willing to compromise with you. But only you.
Some things can't be compromised.
With that, that's your turn. As this one rushes forward once more. You watch as the tendrils reach out in your direction. Nuke. You try to avoid it, hoping that you could. However, unfortunately, that should not have been advantage. That was a natural one. I'll go ahead and redo that. Oh, the health. HP is not going through anyway, so it's fucking broken. Okay. But with the first one, it misses. Second one.
Is that with disadvantage? With the oh, actually no, it's not. The cloak probably doesn't work, right?
It finds you exactly where you need to be.
Saw this before.
These
Uncanny
creatures
dodge.
know exactly. Yeah, they reduced it down. Okay. It's third strike. No uncanny dodge this time. Okay. That's going to be its turn. You're up.
Shit. Okay. This is fine. I'm gonna cast Booming Blade. I'm gonna pull out my dagger and or flick out my dagger.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
You got it. Okay.
Wait. So I don't have to roll to hit?
Yes, you do. Go ahead and roll your dagger damage, like your dagger attack. With that, you'll be able to add 1d8 to your damage as well.
Mm-hmm. Situation.
Nope, that's attack.
Shit.
First one's
What are
attack.
you saying?
The first one's attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't add situation.
Gotcha. Shit. That didn't go through, no? Oh.
That hits. Now 1d8.
We get there eventually. Oh shit, I don't know why I rolled that again.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll 1d8 for your damage. You know, one day you'll learn Foundry. One day. I believe in you. I have faith.
Wait, what's with all these
Uh, Are you gonna roll damage for your weapon?
I tried, but it wasn't working, so I just rolled it that way. 1 second, give me one. Let's try it on that side. Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right. Anything else you would like to do?
Yes, I am going to How does my crossbow expert work? So it would work normally if it was just a normal dagger attack, but I mean, it was technically a dagger attack, right? So
Mhm. Yeah.
I still get it.
Oh, yes. You made an attack with a light weapon.
Yep. I fire.
Okay. That hits.
And I'm going to Fury of the Small as well.
Okay. And an extra 3.
That is an extra 3.
All right.
Do I even see it, like this thing like recoil? Do I feel like I'm doing anything here other than pissing into the ocean?
You notice that, I mean, one of the tendrils fall away. You're doing damage to it.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
Calling out Kaelin. Some help.
All
But I
right.
end my turn.
That is your turn. Kaylin, make a wisdom saving throw with advantage. You feel that connection waning. I need to know. Are you going to continue down this path? Or are you going to join me? The offer stands.
So does my answer.
And what if you knew that someone that you hold dear to you is in danger right now, and you had the power to stop it? What then?
I don't know. But it wouldn't be as easy as sacrificing other people for them.
That is unfortunate for Nuka. His life is in your hands.
What do you mean?
You being in this place at one of the sources of our power. It awakens us. It wants to feed. And unfortunately, you are caught in your mind, helpless to do anything.
Kalen is gonna try and wake himself up.
Give me a charisma saving throw. You're caught in between those places. You can faintly see something around. You find yourself hovering in place. You look at your surroundings as you snap away. Oh, you're so close. Either way, you have to lose something of yourself. You make peace with me. We go and do what we need to. Or you can struggle your own way. We are bound now, regardless. You notice that he is resisting. There will be another There will be another wisdom save coming around the next round. That's going to be your turn. It's going to go ahead and make attacks onto you.
Can I quickly point out something? It seems that only gave one magic missile.
I did 12 damage to it.
Oh,
I did minus 12, yeah. Because you don't have your stuff set up proper.
surprise. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
First one.
Dodge.
Okay. Second one. Ooh, man, I'm rolling high.
Just take fuck off.
17, 18. Be a miss. Oh, God, come on. Wow. Out of every time I've missed you so many times, and the one time you're fighting by yourself, I roll 17s. Cool. Cool. As the tendrils start to wrap around your form, you feel your life slipping into darkness. Nuke. Give me a death save.
Yep.
Oh. Wow. Okay. That's very close to a natural one. It was very close. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylin, give me a wisdom saving throw. You are pulling away. You're not quite alert. Your friend's life hangs in the balance. Would you rather leave it up to chance? Or would you join me instead?
You don't need to do this, Status.
Time is
I don't know why
ticking.
you lost hope.
Keep going. Because I've been trapped in the darkness for a very long time, and I want it to end. Defy me here, and risk it, or choose to join me, and you can save your friend.
Do you not see? This is what a godlike Bazira would sound like. Don't give in to it.
I give in as much as I need to get to the end. It needs to happen. We need to destroy this power. I'm tired of feeling this way. Your choice. And with that, do you resist?
If I give in,
Mm-hmm.
he'll save Nuke, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll let me save Nuke.
Yes. And if you resist, you have your, you basically regain everything and you can go through and saving Nuke on your own, disconnected. It'll be another charisma save.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I'm saying that.
I can't make this decision for you, my guy.
Yeah,
Yep,
this is
no.
on you.
Damn it. Not helpful.
Wasn't meant to be.
Not our
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Do what makes sense, I guess.
That's the thing, I concede either way. Like, he's gonna resist.
Okay. Give me a charisma save.
Oh my god. That was almost a 1. Holy shit.
In that moment, your mind pushes away from Datus. You feel a bit of disappointment. Not your own, but his. As you look around, instantly you know exactly down on the ground Nuke stands with this being over it. What are you doing? Give me an Arcana check as you're thinking about doing what you're doing. As you regain control of yourself, the creature down on the ground, born of hatred, you can feel every single one of its limbs like they're your own. In fact, you can feel the walls. You can feel the ground beneath Nuke as the blood rushes down from his body. You can feel it all.
Can I use some of the vitality of this creature to heal Nuke?
Roll me a d10. D10. Sorry. I'll take it anyways. 4 is fine. You control the creature, forcing the vitality from one to another. Nuke, you breathe in jagged breaths, garbled with blood, the taste of metal in your mouth as this creature stands above you. On its turn, Kaelin. What does it do?
I would say continues siphoning or like giving more life force to Nuke.
Roll me another d10. Nuke. The creature that was once attacking you, now you can feel your wounds closing. It's cold. And it hurts. But your eyes are open. You're not quite sure what's happening yet. That's going to be its turn. Nuke, go ahead and heal for another 5. What are you doing on your turn?
I mean, I don't know what this is. I don't like see anything any different, right? Apart from the fact that I just opened my eyes and this thing is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, fuck that then. I'm going to use half my speed to stand up,
You got it.
and I am going to cast Booming Blade on it again.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll your dagger. That's a hit. Go ahead and add that 1d8 to it. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to Second Wind to regain some HP.
Okay.
And I am going to back the fuck up full distance. So 15 feet, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It does not. Unless, Kaelin, you decide. There was this urge. I will say, give me a wisdom saving throw. As you are now connected to this creature. You manage to stave off the urge to strike. But you hold it at bay. That's your turn. Kaelin, you're up.
I'm gonna use my movement
Mm-hmm.
to get closer. I guess I'll tell it to sort of like to halt and like take no action. Don't try to avoid attack or anything like that.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check. As now you start to see and feel that fading away. But it goes slack. That's your turn. On its turn, it does nothing. As you are told, as it's told to stay there. Nuke. You watch as this creature now just standing, limp. It doesn't aggress on you at all. You can hear the sounds of the wings beating just out of your range. You can see the faint silhouette of Kaelin in the distance.
I mean, I'm nearly dead. This thing is attacking me. I briefly acknowledge Kalen being there, but I'm just still going to let rip into this thing. Crossbow.
Okay.
And again.
Yep.
And I'm just going to keep shouting out for Kalen. Kalen!
That hits.
And I am going to try back. I'm going to try move around it,
Mhm.
I guess. Like, yeah.
As you round, you notice that the form of Kalen is a bit larger than you normally recognize him as. The horns, larger, extending outwards. You're not sure what happened this time.
Am I sure this is Kalen?
Give me an insight check.
Because a lot of fuckers looking like Kalen around here. Just saying.
It's a fashionable look. What do you want?
Haters gonna hate.
Oh,
I mean, his form is still Kalen. But the horns are different. Bigger. The wings span is wider. Even the body grew slightly. The look in his eyes are still the same, though.
I end my turn there.
All right. Kalen, what are you doing?
mm, um, I'll move closer to Nuke again. Can I tell this creature? Can it, like, give that life force without being, like, in melee range?
You realize that passing over the essence tendrils that comes from its tendrils,
Gotcha.
the way that you were pulling the energy from the other creatures is different from you forcing another creature to give its life to another.
I guess I'll tell it to move away.
Give me a persuasion check. Okay. At this point, you feel that connection. You still feel the form, but it disobeys. I will say that's a verbal command. You have your action.
Okay. I'll shoot at it then.
Okay. That hits. Ooh, nasty.
Yikes.
It's max damage. Jesus.
It recoils. Its form shrinking, getting weak. But that's your turn. It's going to rush forward. I will say it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. It's able to resist, and it is going to make attacks. Okay. The second tendril you lash out. It dodges out of the way. Nuke, you duck and dip. However, the final one swings, striking into your body. You once again fall. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
Better.
Okay. Kaylin. This creature's looking hurt, but not down. Not quite yet.
I guess I'm gonna. Or commanding it to do something is my bonus action?
I'll count it as like a free action. As you are controlling this creature. In these moments, there are split seconds where your mind melds with it. You are one and the same. It's just trying to control this energy, telling it to do something, anything, is beyond your full understanding. This is already only the second time, and the last time it had happened was only just hours ago.
Right. Okay. I will tell it, like I'll try and order it to give more life force
Okay.
to Nuke.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Not perception.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10. Oop. Go ahead, and you still have your action. What are you doing on your turn?
I'm gonna move over to Nuke and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do I want to upcast it? No, we'll stick with this one.
Nuke, again, your eyes open wide as Kaylin stands above you. In that moment, is there anything you wanted to do with your bonus action?
I don't know if there's anything I can do with my bonus action.
Okay,
So
you got it.
I will say to Nuke, trying to control it as best I can.
Okay. Nuke, you open your eyes in that moment as you watch the tendrils reach down to your body. Expecting the worst, you brace for impact. However, again, that cold, sickly, burning sensation across your body. Go ahead and heal for 6 on top of that.
Awesome. I feel like this is an abusive relationship between me and this tendril thing. It's like beats me up and then just heals me, just enough to beat me up again. That got a little dark. Sorry.
Love bombing you.
Yeah. Your turn.
I mean, this sucks. A lot. I'm fucking. I want to get away from this. I'm going to use my half my speed to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to lash out at it. Before I attempt to get the fuck out of here, I'm gonna booming blade it again.
Go for it. 1d8 on top of your damage roll.
Yes, so that's actually the thing. It's actually giving me a damage roll off the bat, not a
Yeah, because
hit.
you don't have it set up properly. Like, you have to adjust it so it actually does it. Like booming blade, I'll go ahead and add that 1d8 to it. So go ahead and roll your dagger. If you hit, I'll add it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can basically add that damage to it through a toggle to your weapon attack.
Okay. I assumed fucking Foundry would sort all that shit out for me.
No.
Guess not.
There's a level
that's
of
it.
like you need to do the attack.
Yeah. Set up. That's everything then, right?
You need to do your attack for the dagger.
Oh yeah. I knew that.
Okay. We found.
I am going to bonus action.
There we go.
Dash.
You get your sneak attack because Kaylin's right here.
Oh shit! Yeah, sweet. I forgot about that. I did actually only take a note just before the session started, so.
Ooh.
And then I use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I'm just moving away from it. I need to get some space between me and it. I don't even say anything to Kaylin. I'm just like, literally, my eyes open with a gasp. And yeah, I just want to get away from this immediately.
Kaylin, give me a wisdom saving throw. It's going to lash out at you as you rush. Unless you have something that prevents it from hitting you. I don't believe you're swashbuckler, correct?
Oh, me, sorry. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah,
Okay.
It gets a hit.
Yeah. Oh my god. As you dash away, it lashes out at you. Kaylin, you're up. You notice that the life in this creature is ebbing. It's fading rapidly. Barely holding on.
Actually, since it's used its reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I can move without opportunity attack, right?
You realize that even in that case, it would be like attacking yourself.
Cool. I will get between it and Noop. You know what, let's shoot at it. Let's do that.
You're gonna shoot yourself.
For the best.
In that moment, you focus fire, placing yourself between it and Nuke. As the tendrils vanish. Everything goes quiet. All of the tendrils across the walls now falling limp to the side. But Nuke is there, and you have your wits to you.
Nuke, are you alright?
No. What happened to you? You just fell.
I'm not entirely sure. Datus was in my mind.
Like before. But what happened? Why?
He wanted me to join him. I think he wants me to help him. To take control.
Nuke doesn't respond to that.
I think you should probably get somewhere safer now.
Right.
Is there a
What
way?
is this place? I mean, the fucking skull. What the fuck is that? You saw the skull, right? On your way down here.
I think it could be Basira.
Nuke's eyes fucking like he's on like the strongest cocaine. His eyes just open widely. Sheer fear.
Is there a way out of this place?
Up.
Without, like, flying?
If you, I mean, you can't see the walls, the edges of the walls. Like, there is the part that goes down, but since you're on the ground, from the center of the spire, the walls have extended pretty far out of your vision range. You would have to search around to find an alternative.
Well, I should find a way for you to get out of here before anything else happens.
You mean us, right? Wait for us to get out of here. Right?
Nuke, I have to finish this.
I'm not leaving you in here.
I'm not sure I can do this if I'm worrying about my friends getting hurt while I can't help.
No.
One also needs to tell the others exactly where I am.
Oh, why can't we just wait for the others? We both leave, go outside, and wait. We should have waited for them anyway. And then we all come in here. we can help you.
I don't know about that. If you insist on staying, I'm going to move forward.
Right. We both move forward.
All right. I think we would like head to the spire, I guess.
Okay. In that moment, as you all, well, I say all, Nuke and Kalen, you head towards the center by the spire, collecting yourselves. We'll go ahead and return to the village of Teluthia. Everyone has separated in this moment. Alpha, you roam the streets with your guide heading back to the storehouse that Vic resides in. The moments leading up to it, what is going through your mind?
I mean, he's playing in his head how he wants this conversation to go, trying to like almost like manifest the result of it before he even gets it started. And every now and then he's realizing that this is Vic he's talking about. It's never going to be that easy. And I guess like the guides walking with him would probably notice that like as they're getting closer and closer, he's trying to stand like up a little bit taller each step almost along the way, trying to like force himself to believe in himself almost, that he can, you know, convince Vic to do what needs to be done. But it's a struggle for him, and he's not really saying anything. He's just, you know, eyes straight ahead, walking between the guides, and like just deep in thought.
Eventually, you make it to the storehouse. The double doors swing open as both the guides open it up for you. It's dark and musty. You see the form kneeling down, Vic, next to dozens of crates. An open box full of strange spirits, glass bottles, nestled in hay.
I was going to stop at the door and just stare at Vic for a solid 10 seconds or so. Still not saying a word.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. Great start. Awesome. Cool.
Something flashes in your mind.
Oh, right.
The image of Kaelin.
Mm-hmm. His form droops, I guess, next to the guides again, as he realizes what he's seen. Do I recognize where it is, like from Vic's memories?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
You absolutely know where it is. And you recall this single tower that stands at the center of Oxburn. Arcanum progresses. However, it's not the only thing you see. You see the mangled body of Nuke, standing in a darkened chamber around. Tendrils from the darkness, creeping and crawling towards him. You don't know why you're getting these images.
I feel like Alpha turns to look back behind him from the way that he came, back towards the forest. And for a brief moment, he thinks he needs to just run back to his friends. But yeah. He's with Kaelin. Kaelin can help. And he turns back towards Vic. Straightens himself up again. And without taking his eyes off of Vic, he just says, "Leave us. If this goes south, doesn't need to be any harm."
Okay. So you stand right there at the front of the kneeling body of Vic, motionless. You can see especially in this darkened area, as they close the door of the storage area just slightly to give you privacy. A very soft, faint glow from within the chest, barely visible.
And I guess with that, Alpha will walk forward and, excuse me, just reach out a hand to Vic's chest and slowly allow himself to be immersed back within. As he does, though, I want to try and give enough power that Vic can converse, but not so much that he gains all of the memories that I've seen.
Okay. So with that, as this is a conversation with yourself, basically trying to give just enough power so Vic could listen and you to speak, I'll let you guide these moments with Vic.
Okay. even just enough power, but trying to shield his mind almost. Do a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So Vic comes to consciousness, but is awoken to darkness almost. He can see what's in front of him, but not in the ways that he's accustomed to. What is this? What's why can't I see anything? I'm gonna do one more. Oh, poop nuggets. Okay, cool.
XD.
So in just a flash, he manages to withhold most of the memories and visions, but with this one being so recent, Vic sees the tower of Arcanum Progressus being attacked by the large form of Kalen. And he sees the mangled form of Nuke as well, next to these tendrils. Is this what he can become? What is this? What? The Progressus. Tenemis. I need to get back. Why can't I move? Why can't I see? I needed to see. Needed to see how I saw them. You see things in black and white far too often. Things happened. Kalen's different. He's done things. But I worry you won't see things properly if I show you. So I need to tell you. Trust me? Please? And it's a persuasion check.
Oh, the joys of having a conversation led by dice.
Okay. All right. What's happened here? What don't you want me to see? We found another one. Like Kalen, like Datus. He seems to have... Well, Kalen's a bit more than what we thought he was, probably. Certainly. He's kind of a bit of a god-ish, or can be. It's hard to explain. But what matters is he's stronger now. He can help people. These things that we're up against, he can help more with fending them off. In some ways, it seems that he can almost overpower them. It's quite a sight, really, but... So he's become Datus. No. I don't think so. I think he knows better. But there's more. Poe says that you're dangerous. That he gave us this orb, basically, that was supposed to guide our way, and it kind of exploded into one of those big tendril things that we saw before. And I'll kind of flash a memory of what that thing looks like. Poe thinks that this is what your core can do, what it will do. If you stay, if I stay with you. I don't know if that's certain. I don't know if it's notable. I'm sure that we can find a way to fix it. There's gotta be. There's gotta be a way. Kalen will find a way. If he doesn't, someone else will. So what does this mean for me? Am I just to stay here in this... Is that wine? Is this a cellar? No, I don't think so. Maybe we can send you somewhere? The people here, they're powerful. Maybe they can send you back to Esri or someone else in Hagenath. Maybe to the Progressus if they figure out what happened there. Besides that, they think that I can't continue to follow this journey of whatever I am, this... I need to follow this through. But I can't do it if I'm within your shell. It's difficult. But it's dangerous for me to keep powering you, and I need to continue the way that I am. So I think this is where we need to part ways. This is another persuasion check. Oh my god.
Dang.
Okay. Perhaps you're right. Oops. Perhaps I am dangerous. Do me one favor. You said Kalen can do things, can overpower these things. Show me. Show me that. Are you sure? I don't want you to think less. It scared me. And it likely scared him. So show me. And he'll reveal the memories of that last fight and how those things froze to Kalen's will. And not only that, but how he was able to sap the life force from them to aid himself. And afterwards, Vic will see the look on Kalen's face as he sees Alpha. And Vic is going to roll a... Where did it go? Intelligence check, that's what it was. Goody.
Nice.
Okay. Great. Love that. Cool. I don't understand. If he knows where this comes from, why does he even use it? Are you certain this is the right course? I can help. He knows me. He knows us. I can help too. Maybe more than you can, in some ways. I'm not sure of it, but whatever these astral guardians, whatever being an astral guardian means, certain it means more than just, being whatever I am. The fact of the matter is that whether I want to be or not, I am an astral guardian. But I need to know what that means in order to protect what we've been fighting for this whole time. If we need to stop, if we're going to stop Datas and stop whatever's coming, this convergence, I need to know what that means. I need to do this on my own. And that is going to be another persuasion check. On your own. You needed me in order to get you where you are now. What makes you think that you can continue this by yourself? We're better together. This being an astral guardian, maybe you can help power me more, prevent whatever this explosion is. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I need to move on, and not you. Whatever it is that I'm about to become, it's more than what you can do. You're as strong as you are. And I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting your strength. Your past and your form limit you to what you can do and what you can see. You're a valiant soldier. You always have been. But I need to be more than that. I won't be limited by whatever past haunts you. I need to go on. And that's a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Nice.
It's my past that makes me strong. What you don't seem to understand is that by seeing things the way they are and the way they have been, it's what lets me see things clearly. You say that Kaelin knows better than to become what has attacked the Progressus. But you've also shown me otherwise. that he uses this power that he's gained from becoming like Datus. Not only that, but he uses it for himself. Where was he when Nuke needed him there? The two of them were meant to be on their own, no? That's why you're here. So why is it then that Nuke is in the way that he is, that you've shown me? And where is Kaelin? I don't think you understand. Before I actually do this, I'm going to do one more wisdom saving throw. Fudge. Okay. I don't think you understand. I didn't come here to convince you. I came here to tell you. This needs to happen. I can't risk our friends for your own vendetta. I need to do this, whether you let me or not. I promise you'll be safe. I'll make sure that they send you somewhere safe. If they can't, you'll be here, and you're safe here. I promise you. This is what needs to happen. This is what was the guy's name in the little motel thingy?
Hmm?
What was the guy's name? The over by the tower thingy?
By the tower
Belchris?
thing?
Belchris.
Belchris. Yeah.
Yes. That's what Belchris says. I need to go forward. I need to be the one to do this. It's not to say it's over for you. We'll be back for you. We'll find you wherever you are. Your story is not done. But this needs to happen. Do one final persuasion check. I'll be careful when I leave. You'll be intact. You'll be in one piece. And with that, the Vic doesn't calm per se, but he understands where he stands. He still doesn't have full control over his form because Alpha didn't let him. He came into this knowing this is what needed to happen. Look out for them then. Look out for Kaelin. Maybe he does know better. Maybe he's still pure. Keep him that way. Nuke is small, but he can fend for himself. Tamir, well, she's a lot like me, or they're a lot like me, aren't they? They're persistent, stubborn. They'll be fine. Watch for Kalen. He can be naive sometimes, easily swayed. Just make sure he sways in the right direction. And take care of yourself. I may be strong, but if you're going through this, you need to be stronger. And be there in ways for them that I can't be, that I couldn't be. Like you said, this is not where my story ends. You better come back. He kind of pauses. You know, I've never really had a family before these misfits. I mean, sure, I had Tenemus as a friend for years. But it wasn't until really I embarked that we actually shared moments. And then these guys came along. And then you came along. Just keep them safe, Alpha. They're all we have. And with that, Alpha will slowly extrude himself from Vic's form, trying to weave himself around each plate, each circuit as intricately as he can to not cause damage on his way out. And for a moment there, he stands again outside of Vic's form, standing tall, almost holding the form of Vic as his own. And he'll turn back towards the door. And kind of, even though Vic can't really hear him anymore, just kind of say out into the air, "This isn't the end of your story. This isn't over." And he'll open the doors, look to the guides that brought him here, say, "Bring me back to Poe. I have a favor to ask him."
With a nod, they make their way alongside you. Everyone had their moments. Nuke, Kalen deciding to see this place to the end. The mirror. They haven't given up trying to find the thread that connects Medea to this world. And Alpha, for the first time, being able to live on their own. Vic falls quiet. It's weak, knowing that the only reason, at least most of the time, he exists is because of Alpha. But you know that can only hinder you going forward. As you walk through the village, partially knowing that your allies may be in danger, still You're determined to see this through. Armed with the information that Balkris had provided you. You walk tall. On your own. For the first time. Since you began to exist. And with that, we'll go ahead and end the session right there.
I'm still alive.
I
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
don't know what the... I've never hit that many times on you before in my life. I've never seen that many high rolls against you.
These fuckers are fucking hitting me directly. They're bypassing my what do you call it? Cloak displacement.
Yep. True sight.
I do, and then I failed my first death save, dude. I genuinely thought this is it. Like I'm done.
So did I. So did I.
You know that song? I get knocked out, but I get up again. Canal, up and down, up and down. Woof.
But the party is still split. And we'll see what happens next week.
Bam talking to himself.
I know. I was like, he's been thinking about this a lot, so
I have been.
Yeah.
I have been. It was my entire week was like, how do I do this?
Mhm.
Oh, that's good, man.
I mean, you're the one that knows your characters intimately, so
I know.
I left the choices to you.
I know you did, and I hate you for it.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you trust the dice.
And that's it as well, yeah. You've been rolling dice as well, so that's been like, you know, a massive influence on the direction it goes. So that was great to listen to.
Oh
job, man.
boy,
Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
the true defiance from Kaylin denying Datus, even in the moment, that was a scary point. I was like, this role will dictate everything for me.
I was definitely a little worried that Nuke was going to die because of my choices.
Yeah.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. You gotta do what makes sense in the moment and your character and whatnot.
Oh boy, oh boy. We'll
Cheers for that,
see.
DM. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we'll see what happens next week. Oh, I mean, we're all here. We're all available next week, right? Everything got, like, the plan
Yes.
got canceled.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The week after that, I'm
You're
away,
not.
but
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. It's gonna be a scuffed on my side. My audio is gonna be a little bit bad, but we'll make do. I'm not gonna be home, but we'll do it live on the road.
mobile
Do it
D&D.
live.
Yeah. So with that, thank you guys for playing today. We'll see what happens next week on Convergence.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Thanks,
joining,
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's over, indeed.
We're back. I mean, it feels good to be back. Feels good to be back in Convergence.
It does. Yes.
Yeah. So I
All right,
will
catch you guys on the flip side.
All
catch you later.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye. Oh boy. Thank you everybody that popped in and said hello. It's been a long time since I've seen a lot of you. I know some of you are still not around anymore, but I do appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. For those that are listening and you haven't already, we have community sessions. The World of Iadro, Sundays and Tuesdays, and I believe there are going to be some other DMs. If DMing for a community style game sounds interesting to you, I would highly recommend just DMing me. Hit me up with some information. Come play some games with us, and then I'll be able to play. That's really my main goal, is trying to get DMs so then I can play. But it has been fantastic. You guys have been wonderful. I hope you've had a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, have a good night. Have a great day. Have a great evening wherever you are from. Just have a good one, okay? And we will be right back next week. Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.